Ladies and gentlemen, who remembers what we did yesterday when we looked at some patterns in numbers, and then we came up with a rule or an idea that we had about the pattern we saw? Does folks remember that? Yeah. The mission of today's lesson was to get kids to begin to reason and justify arguments. It's really, really helpful if you do private think time so everybody has a chance to think about it first. They're looking for similarities and differences between the problem sets, also identifying patterns, reasoning through that, and really the goal is to get them to share, to talk out loud, and to explain their thinking. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, Santiago.
11. 11. Yeah, because it's 11.
I have one more for you.
5. 5 plus 7 equals.
All right, McKenna.
12.
All right. Can I just get a thumbs up if you've noticed something about those numbers up there? Taking a look at them? Okay. Can you turn and talk to the person next to you and share, what do you notice up here? What are you noticing?
I saw 10, 11, 12, and 5, 6, 7. And they are in 5 because it's the same in the rows. 1 and 5 are the same.
Noticing the rows, noticing that they're the same? Cool. What are you noticing about the ones?
I noticed that the next one's gonna be the 1 and the next one's gonna be the 5.
So you're already thinking about what the next one's going to be. So, in terms of noticing, what are we noticing up here? I heard some good things. Julietta, what did you notice? I heard what you shared.
I noticed that there's a lot of 5s.
A lot of 5s. Look at those. All right. Leah, what are you noticing?
I noticed a plus and equals.
Plus and equal. Whew. Great noticing, everybody.
I noticed that starting by 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Interesting. So Christy just noticed a 10, 11, 12. The students did a really nice job of beginning to notice different things, and so they noticing the 5s, noticing that they were adding the equal sign, noticing rows, and so that I felt really good about that. And then as they began to see the patterns, it was really cool to see them begin to kind of make sense of the problem.
5, 6, 7.
So what number do you think is going to go here, Kim?
8.
Let's try that. If we were to do that, is there anything else we could predict up here?
9.
Lawson?
9.
Okay, so I hear 9s.
5.
If I was to add this, what would be the next number that goes there?
13. 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, so you're using the pattern 10, 11, 12, 5, 6, and 7. A string of related problems is where the students are looking to see a rule or a pattern that's occurring so that they're able to justify or reason through that and then generalize that as a rule. One of the things that you've noticed, that several of you have noticed, is that this is staying the same. These are all 5s. And then what's happening here? We're adding 1. And then what's happening here?
Adding 1. If it was 9 plus 5, it would be 14.
Okay.
And then 5 plus 10 would be 15.
So if we're thinking about this, if this stays the same and we add 1, and then our answer is changing by 1, or the total is changing by 1, if I told you 5 plus 12 equals 17, what is 5 plus 13 going to equal?
18.
Wow. No way.
Yes. Yes way. Yes way. Yes way.
Christy, how did you do that?
If 5 plus 12 is equals 17, then 5 plus 13 is equals 18 because 13 is after 12.
13 is after 12. 13 is 1 more than 12. Can we say that? 13 is?
12.
That takes us back to here. One more. If we add one more, what's happening? I think that this type of learning with talking to each other, listening to each other, sharing their thinking, transfers to all areas of school. It's not just math. They really feel empowered by the tasks that were in front of them today. That's really what's at the heart, is when you have those moments, when that student feels confident enough to get up and share with the world who they are and what they're thinking, and that their thinking matters, and that you can create a space where their thoughts are validated and important and heard. Really, just good for the soul. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your thinking. You did a marvelous job of thinking about this problem and looking for patterns in everything that you noticed. I was really, really impressed how you noticed that they were the same and that how things were moving by one. We'll have to figure out a way to write that down so that we can continue to come back and revisit it.